There is another lovely folk venue here in Garden City, and we're going to be playing there June 5th and hoping to make that the CD release party.
Because with a deadline, one works. I work better with a deadline.
Me too. But even if we don't get it done, we'll still be playing a lot of songs from it. So
June.
Well, actually,
do you work better to a deadline?
I think it would be. It's going to be a classy release party, not a CD release party.
Oh.
Oh. You know, actually, I know you work well to a deadline, because when you came on board, you were the guy who said, 7 weeks? Yeah, we can make a record in 7 weeks.
Well, that's because without a deadline, I don't do anything.
Oh! I love when we're all on the same page.
Well, there's a songwriter up in New England. Sorry. Yeah, all right.
Perfect pitch is a blessing and a curse.
There we go. There's a songwriter up near Boston named Peter Fishman who drives a strip of highway, or at least drove a strip of highway every day to work. And it inspired him to write this song called The Highway. And we learned this one from our friend Mike Agranoff. Some of you know him.
Sure.
Just a few? That's all?
Oh, go home and look him up.
Yes.
Awesomely fun.
Or look in the dictionary under the word curmudgeon. You'll see his picture. But
and even though he's smiling, you know.
Yes, he is a very nice guy. Quite a talent. But we've done a handful of shows with him, and this is one that he wanted to do, and we sort of fell in love with it and said, okay, if you're not doing it somewhere, we're going to do it.
Stolen again.
In a swamp along the highway, tall trees stand bare, stripped of bark, while overhead the herons build their nests. The trees grey light, the nests brown dark. Birds all wheel away in summer. Each nest stands open to the weather, till in the spring, when heron flocks return to raise their families together. This is how the story goes now and then. If you listen, you can hear. We may meet again, who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. We may meet again, who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. Fallow field along the highway, cornstalks scattered on the dirt. Last summer's bounty harvested and sold, the cold, cold ground remains inert. Till in spring, when sun shines longer, the earth responds to warmer weather. The stalks decay, the plowman makes his way, mixing the stalks and soil together. This is how the story goes now and then. If you listen, you can hear. We may meet again, who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. We may meet again, who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. Cycle of seasons, tempest and time, effects of planetary motion around the sun. The blue is blue moon, still tides around the ocean. Drivers all along the highway, mostly on their way to work. They're weaving in and out across the lanes, this one polite, that one a jerk. Most like me working some building, completely cut off from the weather. And at day's end we barrel round the bend, all homeward bound, alone together. Sing along if you know it now. This is how the story goes now and then. If you listen, you can hear. Once more. We may meet again. Who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. We may meet again. Who knows where or when, with the turning of the year. Speaking of turning, we've got one more song to do, and if you feel like singing along, by all means. This one you probably know a little bit better. And, well, we have an expression here.
Music is not a spectator sport. This is a folk concert. It's folk music. You're folks. I think you know what that means.
Just give me a second to...
We'll all just stare at you and make you uncomfortable while you do that.
I don't get uncomfortable. I was the kid who was ignored by all of his peers in elementary and middle school. I like it when people look at me no matter what I'm doing. This is a song that Pete Seeger wrote. Not everybody knows that, but he borrowed the words from the book of Ecclesiastes in the Bible, which makes it the rock and roll hit record with the oldest lyrics ever. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And make time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And take time to a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. Thank you very much. We're going to take a short intermission and invite you to take a look at our CDs and, of course, have some refreshments, and we'll convene back here in just a few minutes after everyone's had a chance to warm their fingers.